All right, guys, well, today we're going to be reading the Momo Kid. This book is written by yours truly, Brian Fullerton, and it's going to be illustrated by Stephanie Geyer. I actually wrote this book for my son, Crew James Fullerton, who is 2 years old and absolutely loves lawn care and landscaping and all the equipment that goes with it. This book is about a young boy named Crew who is going to start a lawn care business. He's got some struggles along the way. He's going to stick it out with some perseverance, and he's going to build a great big business to take care of the town. So it's going to be a really fun read. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's read it together. In a little rural town just not too far away lived a tiny little kid with a dream to pave the way. He looked all around and saw shaggy lawns that were tall and said with a grin, "I'm going to mow them all. Mow, mow, mow." He looked all around and saw lawns growing high, then glanced at the sky with a gleam in his eye. "My mower can help me. I've got big plans this year to buy fireworks and to bring the town some cheer. Mow, mow, mow." He printed up some flyers and passed out quite a few, smiled big and brave, though he didn't have a crew. The day was long and hot, but his heart was full of roar. He cut, trimmed, blew, and then he went and mowed some more. Mow, mow, mow. He saved up his dimes, every dollar and cent, invested in tools, not a penny misspent. While his friends hit the pool and were out having fun, he filled up his gas can. His work had just begun. Mow, mow, mow. But then came a week, not a call, not a thing. No lawns to be mowed, no change he could bring. He slumped on his mower and let out a sigh, whispering softly, "Why, oh why? Mow, mow, mow." A kid from the block scoffed, "I told you, you're wasting your time. Just dive in the pool, forget all that grime." He crumpled up his flyer and tossed it aside, but Crew stayed determined with grit in his stride. Then old Mr. Bryan, with a faraway grin, knelt down by the mower and leaned gently in. "You know, when I started, I had days like this too, when the phone didn't ring and the sky stayed too blue." He picked up a file from the back of his truck, brushed off the dust, and gave it a chuck. "Blades get dull, kid, and dreams lose their gleam, but you gotta keep sharpening both if you dream." The kid looked down, his hand stained with green, then up at the man whose eyes had once seen the same kind of grind, the same kind of doubt, but who stuck with the work and saw it all out. He smiled just a little and tightened his grip. The weight on his shoulders had started to slip. No, the doubt didn't vanish, but something else stirred, a whisper inside him, more felt than heard. Mow, mow, mow. Then just came a pup with some grass on his nose, and a neighbor who smiled and said, "Kid, it really shows. Your stripes are so crisp, your work looks fine. Could you mow my front yard and maybe again down the line? Mow, mow, mow." So he gripped both of the bars and gave it a whirl, with a pep in his step and a blade in a twirl. He worked through the block and the yards down the bend, and soon hired a helper, one of his very best friends. The season rolled on like the blades he once pushed, and his dream kept on growing with each yard that he brushed. Mow, mow, mow. The day turned to weeks and the weeks turned to years, with new blowers, trailers, and mowers, and the vision shifting gears. He built up his team with a plan and many crews, and remembered those days when his doubts still blew. Mow, mow, mow. Then came a call on a warm Sunday breeze from the school where he once ran with scraped up knees. "Our soccer field's wild, it's overgrown thick. We've heard of your work, could you come and mow it quick?" He loaded up his trailers, 2 crews by his side, with engines all roaring and hearts full of pride. The town gathered round as his mowers did go, from the kid with a dream to the star of the show. Then one 4th of July, with no work to be done, he watched from the sky sparkle and smiled at the fun. The fireworks burst, the show he arranged, paid for with the lawns and a vision unchanged. It wasn't for the glory or the gear or acclaim, but to bring his small town a bright burst of flame. Mow, mow, mow. He watched from the hill as the colors lit the sky, while the town looked up with a tear and a sigh. And near the front row stood Mr. Bryan with pride, his old cap in hand and a tear in his eye. No words were needed, his face had said it all, proud of the boy who once answered the call. Mow, mow, mow. It wasn't the money, the gear, or the fame, but their happy, joyful faces that made him feel the flame. For the reason he had started, the reason he had stayed, wasn't just grass, it was the joy he had made. And right then he knew, with a heart full of glow, he had already won with each mow, mow, mow. So kid, if you're dreaming and you're starting out slow, if you're pushing that mower and learning to grow, don't stop when it's quiet or hot in the sun. That's where the grit grows and the great things get done. With each stripe that you lay and each row that you pass, you're carving your dreams in the lines of the grass. So dream mighty dreams and let your heart boldly show, and change the whole world with each mow that you mow. And some say today, when the grass starts to grow, you'll hear in the distance that sweet mow, mow, mow. Thank you guys so much for reading the Momo book with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys would like to leave a comment or an encouraging word or a thumbs up on the video, we super appreciate that. And if you'd like to get your copy of Mow, you can get the Momo Kid book at Amazon for about 12 or 13 bucks. And thank you guys so much for the support. We love you. Have a great day. We'll catch up with all you guys here on the next one.